Hello and welcome to the Balancing Act Local Edition. I'm Montel Williams. We're bringing you community stories and introducing you to businesses and people who are making a difference. So let's see who's making a difference right here in your neighborhood.
On this episode of The Balancing Act, protecting your family while planning your legacy, women veterans who are redefining leadership, compassionate care for your loved ones, the importance of vector control, and so much more. Today on The Balancing Act.
Well, there are certain things in life that we just keep putting off until it's too late, and unfortunately, it can cost us. Estate planning is one of those obligations that you really owe to yourself and your family to take care of ahead of time. Today with us is Kaminski, who is going to explain the importance of estate planning and walk us through the process. Welcome. Thank you so much for being part of the show today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, ma'am, for sure. I know a lot of our viewers know the term estate planning, but some of them have no idea what it means. So let's start with the basic. What is it?
Sure. Estate planning, if you think about it like a love letter to your family or your loved ones. Yeah, it's like an instruction manual where you get to designate who gets your things and who takes care of getting those things to the people that you care about. And not only that, you're also making your healthcare decisions, your end-of-life medical wishes, and who's going to be telling the medical team what your wishes are.
And for someone who doesn't have a plan in place, who then gets to make the decisions, and what decisions do they make?
Great question. So if you don't have a plan in place, the state you reside in has a plan for you. And that means a judge is going to be the one who ultimately decides. So it could be the public administrator, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be an argument between all your children. They may be deciding who's getting your things and taking care of that.
You know, obviously most people want to make sure their family's taken care of. They want to make sure they are taken care of in case there's some sort of medical decision that needs to be made.
Correct.
So, you know, what's the first steps that somebody should take?
First step, talk to an attorney that focuses on estate planning. It's a specialized area, so I would tell them your wishes, tell them your desires for who's taking care of your things, who's going to get your things, and the attorney can draft up the important documents for you.
Well, now, there are certain documents that you're supposed to have, so what are they?
Yeah, there are some specific documents I would recommend almost everyone have. A will, a power of attorney, an advanced healthcare directive, and then most people could benefit from a living trust.
If you don't plan, it goes to probate, right? Explain what probate is.
Probate is this court-supervised process. It takes so long, a year and a half in California, typically, at minimum, and it's so expensive. Just to give you an idea, if you have let's say, a $1 million estate, your probate fees will cost $27,000, and that's just attorney's fees.
What?
You double that for the administrator.
That's crazy.
It's outlandish.
Okay, estate planning is about money, but it's not just about money. It's about taking care of those folks that you really want to take care of. So what do you do?
That's right. It's a common misconception that estate planning is only for the wealthy. But even if you have no home, if you have very little assets, you still probably want to designate a guardian for your minor children. You'd want to decide who's making your healthcare decisions. You're going to want to decide who's getting grandma's pearls, maybe the most sentimental thing to you, or grandpa's watch.
Kristen, is this something that you can do yourself?
You can do estate planning yourself. I don't recommend it. I have plenty of people that have come to me and we've helped clean up the mess that they've left. For example, I had a client not too long ago who came with what he thought was a fully executed power of attorney for finances, and he showed it to me, and in fact it gave his agent no power to act on his behalf.
Okay.
So we had to clean that up, and he was surprised. He had no idea.
We went through this recently and as a family, and it was a full year of this process. It's crazy.
Yes, it can last a long time.
What's that one piece of advice that you give to people who've been putting this off?
Don't wait. Do it now. Talk to an attorney who can help you.
Wow. Well, that's great. Great information. If people want to get more information, where would they go?
CaliforniaTrusts.law.
CaliforniaTrusts.law. And of course, you can always go to our website, thebalancingact.com. Thank you again so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Sure, yes, ma'am, for sure. Stay right there. You don't want to miss our next story.
Across the nation, countless women have answered the call to serve, breaking barriers and defending freedom. These brave women deserve support, community, and empowerment. The Women Veterans Alliance does that and so much more.
Women who served are often overlooked when they transition out of the military because they're coming out of the uniform, and we don't wear it like our male counterparts in the civilian world. We may not wear a pin or a hat or a shirt, so we are very unrecognized and underserved in our communities. There's a lot of women that don't consider themselves veterans. You can ask them, hey, did you serve? Oh yeah, I served. And then you ask them, are you a veteran? And they'll say no. And why is that? It's really important to let women know, and even men. I mean, if you served in the military, you are a veteran.
Founded in 2015, Women Veterans Alliance is a powerful community of women veterans. It has grown into a global movement committed to helping women thrive after the military in all aspects of life.
So in January 2015, I got a bunch of women together at a local restaurant in Sacramento, California. We decided that we are going to meet the third Thursday of every month, and this is going to be for women veterans. It just kept growing and growing. There were so many other women that wanted to come and be a part of this because there was such a need out there. And then we evolved to Women Veterans Alliance to now we're a global organization. It's all about connecting women with each other as well as their resources. How can we empower them, whether she needs help with professional development, school, or maybe she just needs to connect with other women. That's what we're all about.
The Alliance is a one-stop hub for connections, from career resources and business networking to national conferences.
I got out of the military back in about 1990, and I didn't consider myself a veteran because I never served overseas. I was never in combat. And it wasn't until Melissa Washington found me through her starting the Women Veterans Alliance that I discovered that I'm a veteran. So it's nice to be able to get together with other women veterans and hear each other's stories, collaborate on how we can help each other, get access to resources. It was through Women Veterans Alliance Unconference that there was a booth that was advertising a special master's degree for veterans only. Through that program, I was able to get a job teaching at USC. I'm able to make my impact spread so much further, so it's been life-changing for me.
I started my company in 2019. I won the Melissa Washington Small Business Award in 2020. The pandemic had kicked off, and I was really trying to figure out a way to make it work. So I applied for the grant. And being recognized by a selection committee that was made up of women veterans, that really kicked off my business. And it felt extremely validating and very motivating to just keep going. My business, J. Volbert Consulting, was recognized as number 39 of the top 100 fastest growing veteran-owned companies in the United States.
So I got involved with Women Veterans Alliance a little bit over 10 years ago. I moved to Sacramento and missed the camaraderie of being with other veterans and was kind of looking for other women veterans. It was an organization and is an organization for women. There are different challenges that women have that I think men can't relate to. It's a safe space, right? Melissa has always made it a very safe space for women. There are some triggers for women that there's something that may have happened during their military service that they don't feel safe with men around. It's not made to be exclusive, but it's made to be inclusive for women.
I met the CEO and founder, Melissa Washington, at a veterans conference. She embodies everything that a woman veteran is. She's strong, she's intelligent. She just helps me continue to give back while I'm caring for myself as well. When you're in the military, that's all you do is give and give and give, and you very rarely take time for yourself. So organizations like Women Veterans Alliance fills that space. They help women put themselves first. We need to start taking better care of ourselves, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually, financially. And that's what Women Veterans Alliance offers. I think these women are just true to themselves, and they're true to others. We are mothers, we're sisters, we're best friends, we are entrepreneurs, but we are grounded and we are all faithful to serving each other while taking care of ourselves and serving our communities. That's what makes Women Veterans Alliance so unique.
More than just a network, this is a means to ensure every woman who served is supported, seen, and celebrated.
We were inspired to partner with the Women Veterans Alliance at the very start of the organization because they're such an incredible organization that aligns very closely with the communities that we support, which are our veteran communities and their families. It is the backbone of our country. They've given us so much to our country, and we want to be able to give back to them, both in their leadership opportunities and well-being. What stood out to us about the Women's Veterans Alliance in particular is Melissa, the founder, her enthusiasm for this community that she's building and connecting women veterans nationwide. It was really filling a void in the veteran community, and we just love to see the inspiration and the growth and community that she's building here.
My best advice for women veteran entrepreneurs is find your tribe. And to find others who are like-minded, find a group of women veteran entrepreneurs who can really light you up.
Almost everyone in the military has leadership experience. Even if you've only been in for 3 or 4 years, there's so many skills that you have that your peers that are early employees in the business world, they don't even have those skills. So you're at a significant advantage. If there's ever an opportunity to lead, always volunteer.
These women are leaders in their communities, and I hope that if there's a girl, a young woman that's watching, that she can actually see somebody that looks like her. And it's so important for us to be seen, to be heard, letting women know it's okay. Ask for help. I know it's hard, and accept that help. There's so many other women that are here for you and want to mentor you in a formal or informal capacity. This is my purpose and this is my passion. And women veterans and however I can help them is what I love to do.
For more information about Women Veterans Alliance, visit their website, womenveteransalliance.com, or you can see this segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Providing the quality care our senior citizens deserve is no small feat, but our next story reveals how to do it right.
Hospice is not just about end-of-life care. It's about comfort, dignity, and support during one of life's most challenging times.
Hospice is a special service designated to those that are facing a terminal illness. Hospice is designed to be in place for 6 months or less, and it can be used for more.
For over 40 years, Hospice of Amador Calaveras, a nonprofit community-based organization, has been providing compassionate care for patients living with a terminal illness.
Hospice of Amador Calaveras is set apart from the other agencies because of our quality of care. We say that it's never too early to call hospice because when that time comes, the more comfortable and confident you'll feel going into this process. If you notice a change in your loved one, have someone come in and assess the situation.
Meeting the physical and emotional needs of patients while providing compassionate support to their loved ones is a top priority.
Hospice is different than other medical care options because we focus on comfort and quality of life. Our hospice team consists of hospice nurses, home health aides, medical social workers, spiritual care coordinators, bereavement coordinators, companionship care, and respite for their caregivers. We provide medications, medical supplies, equipment for comfort or for function. We also take a holistic approach. If somebody has some anxiety, sometimes they might just want someone to sit down and listen to them, and that can help their anxiety, sometimes even more than a medication can.
It's imperative to think about which hospice agency you're going with. There are agencies that go above and beyond. There's a Hospice Compare website through Medicare so that you can make an educated decision on what agency you want to go with. The biggest difference between nonprofit and for-profit hospices boils down to people versus profits. Our thrift stores are our everyday fundraiser, and it's the easiest way to give back.
I help connect families with our hospice care services by meeting them where they need us. All hospices are required to have volunteer involvement that equates to at least 5% of all total patient care hours provided by paid staff. This ensures that all patients receive quality and compassionate end-of-life care when needed. Our Last Wish program was started when we noticed that patients in end-of-life were wanting a last wish. Our most recent recipient was Janet McCannley. She was a former flight attendant who had a wish to look over her hometown. We were able to coordinate with a volunteer who is a pilot for her to take a flight over Calaveras County. It was a truly magical experience and one that she will never forget.
My experience has been incredible. The kindness and compassion professionalism of the organization and the people that work there have been amazing. I would encourage anybody to not be afraid of it, to welcome it, knowing that there's somebody there that has my back and want to make this experience as pleasant as possible and to give me the comfort and the joy in my time remaining. It's changed my life.
We offer 13 months of grief support services after a loved one passes. We have the Grief Busters program, which focuses on our children and anybody who might be going through something, and it's free of cost to the entire community.
At Hospice of Amador Calaveras, the services are designed to help patients and families live each day to its fullest.
My mother, she had cancer and it was stage 4. It was not easy on her because she didn't want strangers in her house, but they became parts of your family, really. I just think the compassion that was shown, my family will, forever will be indebted to what hospice did.
Here at Hospice, we honor our veterans, and by that, we do a memory bear. We have a voice recorder. They can do any message they'd like to their loved one, and then it goes inside a bear, and we give it to the family once your loved one has passed away. We get to give that to them, and it's just such an honor. We also do that for our first responders as well.
Hospice allows us to keep a patient's dignity intact because we take care of them at home. We are that comfort and that blanket to surround them and their families, no matter what the future holds.
To learn more about Hospice of Amador Calaveras, visit the website at hospiceofamador.org or see the segment again on thebalancingact.com.
What's happening in your local community? Let's find out.
Mosquitoes and vector-borne diseases are a real concern for communities everywhere. In Placer County, there's a team working tirelessly to protect public health and safety.
In Placer County, we have about 30 different species of mosquitoes. We have ticks, we have yellow jackets, we have rodents. All of them can be considered vectors, which are organisms that can transmit disease or cause harm to people. Mosquito control is essential to protect public health because vector-borne diseases are the only type of communicable disease that we can prevent before people get sick.
Placer Mosquito and Vector Control District is on the front lines, using science, technology, and community outreach to reduce the threat of mosquitoes and the diseases they carry.
My name is Joel Bittner. I'm the General Manager of the Placer Mosquito and Vector Control District. I lead a talented team of vector control professionals to protect public health and prevent people from getting bitten by mosquitoes. The Placer Mosquito and Vector Control District protects public health, and we've been doing this since 2001. Previous to that, this county was the site of one of the first anti-malarial campaigns in the entire U.S. around the early 1900s. Today, we're still battling mosquitoes. We're detecting diseases, both ones that are here like West Nile, making sure that we're ready for any new challenges that might come up. We take information from the field like mosquito numbers, disease incidents, and use that information to understand the risk of mosquito disease transmission to the public, and then take measures to limit those. Environmental factors like temperature and standing water are critical drivers of mosquito life cycles.
My name is Casey Hubble. I am the lab supervisor here at the Placer Mosquito Vector Control District, and I oversee mosquito monitoring. The primary role of our lab is to set traps, collect mosquitoes, and test those mosquitoes for certain diseases like West Nile virus. This gives us information on how best to mitigate risk within our area. Another role is to explore new technologies to try and reach our mission.
One of the most common myths about mosquitoes and mosquito control is that all mosquitoes are the same. In fact, there are thousands of different species of mosquitoes worldwide. Also, only female mosquitoes bite. To control mosquitoes in Placer County, we use integrated mosquito management approach. This includes removing water where we can to prevent them from breeding. We can use mosquito fish as a biological control to eat the immature mosquitoes. And we can use certain chemical or other biological means to control immature mosquitoes and also adult mosquitoes when there is an imminent threat of disease transmission.
My name is Scott Schoen. I'm one of the operations supervisors, and one of my duties is to oversee the district's drone program. Our overall mission is to reduce mosquito populations using a variety of different tools. Drones is one of those tools that we can use to help us accomplish our mission. We can use drones to help detect and even treat mosquito breeding sites.
The mosquito data that we collect helps guide operations by providing additional information to certain areas of Placer County, whether that's a swimming pool that has mosquitoes breeding in it or catch basins that need extra help. The mosquitoes that we collect gives them that additional information before they go out into the field.
The public plays a very important role in helping to protect themselves and their community from mosquitoes and the diseases they spread.
My name is Megan Lovano. I'm the Public Information Officer at the Placer Mosquito and Vector Control District, and I oversee our outreach program to reach the public throughout the county. We really want our residents to know how to protect themselves from mosquito bites. There's 3 steps we encourage them to follow. The first one is to dump and drain all standing water on their property. Even small amounts of water that might be collecting in some materials you might have in your backyard, get rid of it completely. We also want to encourage them to use mosquito repellent that has ingredients like DEET, picaridin, IR3535, or oil of lemon eucalyptus. Those are EPA registered ingredients that'll best protect them from mosquito bites. We also want to encourage them to reach out to us, their district, their local district, Placer Mosquito, for any questions or concerns they might have about mosquitoes and other vectors throughout the county. Our district has a lot of different ways that we engage with the community. We are out in person throughout the county at events, giving presentations, and meeting with different groups. We also do a lot of digital outreach to our community through social media, emails, and also answering phone calls and emails that we get from the public, or through problem reports that the public submits on our website.
We're able to use drones to provide precise and accurate and effective aerial applications to mosquito breeding sites using EPA-approved larvicides. We're able to make applications directly to standing water. Some of these sites may be too large or hard to access to treat from the ground. We can use drones to treat them from the air by providing a minimal impact on the environment.
Remember, mosquito control starts with you. Eliminate standing water, use repellent, and stay informed.
The most important thing we want residents and anyone watching to take away from this conversation is that mosquito control and prevention is a shared responsibility. We want residents to do everything they can on their part to prevent mosquito bites by using an effective repellent and also dumping and draining standing water or contacting their local district for questions. And our district will do everything on our part to be as effective and efficient as possible in protecting public health in Placer County. The community can help support our district's efforts and outreach efforts by staying in the loop on all things that we're doing throughout the county. You can follow us on social media at Placer Mosquito. You can visit our website, placermosquito.org, and you can also report a problem that you might be experiencing out in your neighborhood. You could do that at placermosquito.org/report. Stay in touch, let us know what's going on in your community, and we're gonna do everything we can to help you.
We're here working hard every day to protect the public from mosquitoes and mosquito-borne diseases. In Placer County, we strive to be efficient and effective and innovative to bring the best services we can to our residents.
To learn more about Placer Mosquito and Vector Control District, visit their website, placermosquito.org, or see this segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Looking for something fun to do? Here's something new to try.
Whether you're a weekend wanderer or embracing the full-time RV lifestyle, there's a world of possibilities waiting for you on the open road.
RVs became more popular than ever. They start coming like house on wheels. Before it was just a basic, just a beddings and small kitchen. Now, as you see, they are coming with the full kitchens, full bedrooms, full living rooms, smart TVs, fireplaces, solar systems, so they're more advanced. So you are actually, in reality, you have your house on wheels, and you could take it anywhere you want. And all these RVs now, they coming with hotspot, satellite internet, so they could be in any location in the United States, sitting inside the RV, doing their job, doing their homework for the kids, and no need to be in an office, and they don't need to be in the house. And at the same time, they're having good time with family and enjoy the nature.
Family-owned Best RV Center is truly a one-of-a-kind experience. Once you step onto their impressive 40-acre single-lot property, you'll have access to an unparalleled variety of RVs, all in one convenient location.
The quantity of the recreation vehicle we have, the options we provide to the customers, the special low prices, and no hidden fees, and straightforward transaction, easy process, and the good service after the sales make the customer come to Best RV. Majority of our customers, they come to us because they seen this unit and somebody else at a higher cost. They get online, they see our prices, we save them thousands of dollars. We make the motorhome ready for them at no cost. They call us, we validate everything to them, and then they come and purchase it. A lot of people, they determine which Best RV is based their family size, their budget, and their vehicle. A lot of family with kids, they always like to have a bunk model, travel trailers or fifth wheels or motorhome. Older people, they like some unit where they could park it and stay for a longer period of time. So their budget and the family size, as well what they have as a vehicle to pull that recreation vehicle, determine which model they like to have. So all these qualifications, when the customers show up at Best RV Center, help us as well them to direct them to which size and model they like to have. By answering these questions with a sales associate, we can direct them which will fit their need and fit their budget. The majority of misconceptions is the customer, they think they cannot afford it. And in reality, they could afford that RVs. And if you look at it, it's way more value to them when they get a motorhome or RVs and they look at the cost they have to spend for it versus the cost of airline tickets and hotels and car rentals and the limitations when they travel, they will find out the RVs cost way less than that.
For more information on Best RV Center, visit their website, bestrv.com, or you can see this segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Thanks for joining us on The Balancing Act. We'll see you next time.